Hello friends, today we are going to learn more simple facts about English. For those of you who want to come out of your inhibitions and fear of speaking in English fluently, here are some valuable tips which we continue to give it to you. Many people feel that they have got so many words in their mind in English, but when they want to speak, form a sentence out of it, they're not able to do it. Because of the hesitation, because of the fear, they get stuck and they stop speaking in English because they have attempted and failed. So friends, the very first thing I'm going to tell you all is failure is always the stepping stone to success. Let me just give you a small inspirational story regarding that. We all have heard of Graham Bell, who invented the telephone. You know what? He actually accidentally invented telephone. He set on this project to find out, to help something for his wife who was impaired in hearing. His wife was not able to hear and he wanted to do something about it. He wanted to help her, and so he thought of coming up with an idea. It so happened that in the process of finding out or inventing something or helping out his wife, he invented the telephone. Can we imagine our lives today without a phone? Yes, of course, it has become an integral part of our life and it was invented by the Graham Bell. And now, friends, do you call this as a failure? Because he wanted to invent something else and accidentally in the process, he invented something else? This was the mega invention of the century. So failure is almost getting it right, my friends. It can lead to some superb inventions as well. But in your life, if you think that you can be successful only when you learn everything in a perfect way, that is absolutely not true. I would try to define that as failure is almost getting things right, whereas success is getting it exactly right. So there's a slight difference, getting it almost right and getting it exactly right. But you are ultimately trying to get it right, and that trying has to be there always. So the very first step towards trying has to be, I have repeatedly told you that if you want to develop that fluency in English, you need to think in English. Or maybe many people have given you this idea of thinking in English. But you might be wondering, what is this about thinking in English? How can you think in English? How do you actually put it into practice? The only way to think in English is to expand your vocabulary in English. The minute you have so many words in your brain, the minute you have expanded your vocabulary, automatically while you speak, English flows along like a river, seamlessly. It will not be an obstacle. Your fluency will not get stuck. So how do you make, yourself enriched with vocabulary? You need to start learning new words every day. Time and again, I have always told you, please read dictionary. Make a note of all the new words. Try making sentences out of it. Automatically, you will have enriched your vocabulary, isn't it? Even after doing all that, you might forget to use those words. So the only way to remember it is to keep using it constantly. Also, when you start enjoying the language, when you start liking the language, you will learn it pretty well and pretty fast. So how can you make it a little more fun, little more enjoyable? I'm going to teach you some tips, kind of some small suggestions which I have, which you can take it as tips or write it down, because this will definitely help you to love the language more, to understand it in a better way, and this kind of activity will help you enhance your vocabulary, thereby your fluency. Now, to start with, I am going to give you few words and various forms of those words. For example, if I start with address. Address we generally use in the context of finding the address, right? I do not know how to get to this address. We use it because we want the location of that particular person. We want to reach an address, a location. So we use it in that context, isn't it? Also, address can be used when you want to say, I want to address the audience. As in, you want to talk to a set of people. You want to talk to the audience. Can you please address the audience? Which means that, can you please talk to the audience? So, the same word can be used in different contexts. Also, we will take few more examples. If I can take a simple word like back, B-A-C-K, back, it can be used in various forms. Are you going back to your house? Which means, are you going back to your house? As simple as that. If you say, do you have a backup? Which means, do you have a plan B? Do you have something else in your mind if this doesn't work? So you can use it as, do you have a backup? Suppose this doesn't work. Okay, you're using your mobile and this doesn't work. Do you have a backup? Do you have another mobile? Or can you do something about it? Which means when you say, do you have a backup? Okay. Or you can use the same word. He backed out of the project. He backed out of the project, which means he went back. He did not want to be a part of this project. So backed can be used in such instance. Or it can also be used as, I am going to cover your back, which shows your support. If something goes wrong, don't worry. I am going to cover your back, which means I'm going to support you no matter what. So you can use it in that context as well. So you can start thinking, forgetting about grammar, whether am I using it as an adverb or as an adjective or as a preposition or as a conjunction. Don't get into the figure of speech. Just try and write down various forms of the same word. Okay. For example, it can be as simple as write. I want to write a story. The story can be written in many ways. I want a write-up of the story. I have been writing this story. So write, written, writing, write-up. So how many forms of the same word you have been using without actually learning grammar? That will definitely help you frame sentences and you will automatically use those sentences while you speak. Few more examples. You want to narrate a story. Yeah, you can say the narration was very good. I want to narrate like that. Do you mind narrating it for me? Narrate, narrating, narration. It was narrated very well. Yeah, a story is not about telling. It's always about narration. The way it is told with all the intonations to make it more interesting. So a story is always narrated and you can use it in various forms. Few more examples. I can talk about know. K-N-O-W. K is silent. So we use it as know. I want to know more about you. I know so much about this place. Knowing more about you helps me to understand you better. Knowing more about this topic enhances my knowledge. Knowing leads to knowledge. If I knew about this, I would have taken it up before. So know, knowing, knew, these are again various forms of the same word. Yeah, in the same way, friends, I suggest you, as and when you increase your vocabulary, you start using those words in various forms without actually getting into the nuances of understanding the figures of speech. You don't have to understand whether am I using it like a noun or adverb or adjective. Just start using it in various forms and it gets so easy for you. You will start liking it and you will have a lot of fun doing this activity. So friends, start doing it right from now, right from this day, because you have a goal and your goal has to be reached no matter what, because it is all about you. Nobody needs to push you to do that because you can motivate yourself. You have to reach that success because you are determined to do so. Your goal has to be set in such a way, it has to be measurable, it has to be attainable within a time frame. You can't just set a goal that I'm going to, enhance my English speaking fluency maybe in another 1 or 2 years, or even if it takes more than that, it doesn't really matter. That is not a goal. You have to put a time limit to achieve your goal. Maybe in another 1 or maximum 2 months from today, I'm going to attain fluency and I'm going to work hard towards it because I'm determined to achieve that. Because I want my personal growth, I want my professional growth, I want to communicate better, I want to make new friends because English is a global language. I want to travel all across the world because English is a global language. So these must be your aspirations. And you have to start working towards your goal step by step. In a structured way, in a systematic way. I am here to help you, to assist you, to guide you, to handhold you. So for any kind of suggestions or help or to set your goals and to go and achieve your success in that path, you can always contact me. Message me on 70191 64449, or you can log in to my Facebook page, Shilpa Srinivas English Club. You can like the page. You will keep getting updates on English language and you can improve your knowledge in that particular field. So message me on 70191 64449 for any help from my side. Thank you. Have a lovely day.